Hey, hi all, welcome back to Coding World. Today we are going to learn about one of the most important concepts of the system design, which is database scaling. So database scaling is a common problem today in every microservices or monolithic architecture. So whenever we are getting a more request and the more read write on your database will be crash and it will give a lower latency. So to avoid that problem, we are looking into how we can scale our database. So database scaling is one of the important concept of the system design, and every software engineer have to know about it. And whenever they are developing their system, they have to use these techniques to scale their databases. Okay, so let's see types. So there are two types of database scaling. One is a horizontal and second is vertical. So in vertical databases scaling, we are using our CPU and RAM. So if you see this in the in image, you will able to see that there first you have a small CPUs and RAM, and whenever new request new requirement comes and you are getting more hits and more data, so you are going to gradually increasing your CPU and RAM. So but if this is in this current situation, if you want to increase your CPUs and RAMs, it is a little bit expensive. Okay, so you have to buy hardware which are capability to having a 24 TB RAM. So I have seen that somewhere AWS currently supports 24 TB RAM. So to purchase these types of hardware, you have to spend a lot of money, and it will be a costly setup rather than your horizontal scaling. So I want to tell one example, when 2013 Stack Overflow was getting 10 million unique requests on their server. So and they was using only one server to provide this request. So when due to this single server, there are some threads if there are, I want to tell there are limitation of vertical scaling. What are those limitations? One is, as I told, it is expensive. So if you want to buy a hardware of more throughput, you have to pay for more for that. Okay, and second is a single point of failure. So if you are using only one databases and only one data center, so by chance if your data center or database goes down, your whole application will go down. So this is a very critical part. Okay, so these are the limitation of vertical scaling. So to avoid this, we will look into the horizontal scaling. Okay, horizontal scaling, if you see this image, you have seen that there are multiple instances of your databases. So you are partitioning of your database into multiple parts, and each part have a same set of schema as other. Okay, so there is without data duplication. So dividing DB into multiple part is called as a sharding. So suppose, and to put that data on each shard, you will be using a one hash map. Okay, hash code function. So with the help of hash, you will able to find out where exactly or on which shard you want to put data. So when you are design, I want to show one example. See, suppose you have user data or user table. So we have 4 shards, so that user table will be in your 4 shard. Okay, so now whenever new request for saving your new user comes, you will use a function. Which function? Hash function on your user ID. and according to that, suppose one user has 10 as a user ID, divided by 2, it will give us mod of 10, mod of 10, it will be 2. So we will put that data into second shard. Like that, whenever new user comes, we will use our hash function, and over that hash function, according to result, whatever result your hash function gives, according to that we will put data in respective shard. So there are some problems with this horizontal scaling also with respect to hash function. So if you are not able to define a hash function, a perfect hash function, so you will be in a situation such as like your one shard is getting more data and other shards are starving. So in that case, you have to find out on which data, on which columns you have to use a hash function, so you will be able to distribute your data equally. So if you see here, we have 4 shards, and 4 shards have user tables. In first shards, all the users which are divided by 4 and whose mod is coming as a 0 will be put into first shard. According to that, mod 1 will be put into first shard, and mod 2 will be put in second and third, like that. So here, like a main crucial part is that how you are choosing or creating your hash function, and which keys and which columns you are using for that. So that is a more important. Again, horizontal scaling has some problems or challenges which is a resharding. So as I told, like if you not able to define a perfect hash function, it will be in a condition that one shard will be getting full data. So to avoid this problem, we will see consistent hashing. Okay, so on consistent hashing, in next video I will give a demo on consistent hashing. So I will explain how consistent hashing works and how it's better than round robin. So for that, stay tuned on Coding World. So second problem is like a celebrity problem. So as we know that we are using hash function, and according to that hash function we are putting data into shard. Suppose there are celebrities like Lady Gaga, Shah Rukh Khan, Salman Khan. So for those, our hash function will be giving a unique ID. Okay, so all data regarding those celebrities will be put into one shard, and that shard and that particular server which is holding that shard will be getting a full due to this celebrity. So to avoid that problem, we can directly allocate a particular shard to each celebrity or between the celebrity. So we can have that as an option also. Then second thing is a join and denormalization. As we know that we are putting all data across multiple shards, and doing join over that is little difficult. Also doing queries also, it will be taking a time. So to avoid this situation, try to put all related data in a one table, so that you will be having a less joins over your data over your table. That is mean denormalization. So this was the in nutshell about the vertical scaling, horizontal scaling, and database scaling. So according to this, you can, while designing your system, you can choose whichever approach you like, and according to that you can design your system. So thank you for watching this video, and if you like this content, please like and subscribe my channel and videos. Thank you.